Yeah, it's just coming out.
Ready to go? You bet. Born ready. My fellow Australians, this morning I visited the Governor-General and Her Excellency has accepted my advice that an election be held on Saturday, 3rd of May 2025. Over the last few years, the world has thrown a lot at Australia. In uncertain times, we cannot decide the challenges that we will face, but we can determine how we respond. Our government has chosen to face global challenges the Australian way, helping people under cost of living pressure while building for the future. Because of the strength and resilience that our people have shown, Australia is turning the corner. Now, on the 3rd of May, you choose the way forward. Your vote has never been more important, and your choice has never been more clear. This election is a choice between Labor's plan to keep building or Peter Dutton's promise to cut. That is the choice. That is your choice. Your job, your wages, your child's education, and importantly as well, this thing here, your Medicare card, they're all in your hands because only Labor has the plan to make you better off over the next 3 years. Only Labor is acting on the cost of living. Only a vote for Labor will keep your wages growing. Take 20% off your student debt and cut taxes again and again for every taxpayer next year and the year after. Our top-up tax cuts will mean an average tax cut of more than $2,500. And only a vote for Labor is a vote for stronger Medicare, the biggest ever investment in bulk billing for all Australians, so you can see a GP for free wherever you live. Cheaper medicines, capping the cost of a PBS script to no more than $25, the same price that it was back in 2004. Freezing the cost for pensioners and concession card holders to just $7.70 right to the end of the decade. 50 new Medicare urgent care clinics on top of the 87 we've already got up and running. Labor's positive plan means taking another $150 off your power bill, better and cheaper childcare for every family, and fair funding for every school, public and private. Making free TAFE permanent, creating greater opportunity for women, not as an add-on or an afterthought, but as a fundamental economic and social priority. Building Australia's future is about training more tradies to build more homes and helping more young Australians to buy a home. Meeting the challenge of climate change by seizing the opportunity of renewable energy and the transition. Building Australia's defence and security and rebuilding our relationships to keep us safe at home, secure in our region and respected in the world. And at a time where it's never been more important for Australia to stand on our own 2 feet. Only Labor is building an economy where we make more things here. An economy defined by fair wages for hard work, where people earn more and keep more of what they earn. The biggest risk to all of this is not what's happening elsewhere in the world. The biggest risk to Australia's future going back to the failures of the past, the tax increases and cuts to services that Peter Dutton and the Liberal Party want to lock in. Australians remember what that looks like. Less than 3 years ago, the chaotic and dysfunctional Morrison government left bulk billing in freefall, aged care in crisis, and the NDIS at breaking point. A decade of the Liberals keeping wages low, sending jobs offshore and fighting about climate change left our nation open to the worst global inflation since the 1980s and the biggest global energy crisis since the 1970s. As I said at the time, it was always going to take more than 3 years to clean up 10 years of mess. Today, because of all the hard work that Australians have done, inflation is down, real wages are up, unemployment is low, interest rates are falling, and we're cutting taxpayers for every taxpayer again. In challenging times, we have laid very strong foundations. We want to keep building. The Liberals and Nationals just want to start cutting. Over the past 3 years, they have opposed everything we have done to help people with the cost of living. If the Liberals had their way, you and your family would be worse off right now. And if they get their way, you will be worse off in the future. Because the Liberals are promising to increase income tax for all 14 million Australian taxpayers. And because Peter Dutton needs to find $600 billion to pay for nuclear reactors that'll provide 4% of Australia's energy needs sometime in the 2040s, that money has to come from somewhere. Everything in Peter Dutton's record tells us that he will start by cutting Medicare, and he won't stop there. He will cut everything except your taxes. No one will get any power from the Liberals' nuclear reactors for 2 decades, but every Australian will get the bill right away. Because when Peter Dutton cuts, Australians pay. My fellow Australians, we live in the greatest country on earth, and we do not need to copy from any other nation to make Australia even better and stronger. We only need to trust in our values and back our people, from our farmers and small business owners to our teachers and nurses, from people who belong to the world's oldest continuous culture, to those who have chosen to make Australia their home and have enriched our multicultural society with their love of this country, to young Australians voting in their first election. The very best reason to be optimistic for our nation remains the courage, kindness and aspiration of all Australians. Serving you as Prime Minister is the greatest honour of my life. And what drives me each and every day is the determination to build a future worthy of the people of Australia. The world today is an uncertain place, but I am absolutely certain of this. Now is not the time for cutting and wrecking, for aiming low, punching down, or looking back. This is a time for building. Building on our nation's strengths, building our security and prosperity for ourselves, building an Australia where no one is held back and no one is left behind. At this election, I'm asking for the support of the Australian people to keep building on the hard work that we have done and the strong foundations that we have laid. I'm asking you to vote Labor so we can keep building Australia's future together. Thanks very much.
Prime Minister.
Whoa.